Good morning guys, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. This morning I'm just going to do, it is going to be a quick flip through really of what I've done in my day book for February. I thought I'd do a quick flip before I start to use it because I've been popping things on post-it notes until I've sort of prepared it all. I've been using, I think, my the vintage ephemera day boxes from our Atelier from December, January and February. And I also have been using papers from the works. I've been using, this has just come through, a couple from, I think it's this one from Vintage Elegance. No, two I think I used from Vintage Elegance. And I've also used a couple from Vintage Love, so you'll see those as we go through. We'll identify those. They are beautiful. I've been using some stamps and just some bits and pieces from my ephemera box. So first and foremost, I think on one of my videos we've gone through making this title page, and it's just got some Edith Holden, a bit of a doily, and a little doobry, little one of the stickers from the ephemera box, which is beautiful, and some lace, and also it was just a little bit of a paper pad from, I think it was from a works book. It's all linked around, and this little collage page, as we've seen before, has the little the details, these little cards from the ephemera box, and the date, the month cards, which are beautiful, and just popped a little bit of Laura Ashley paper on there, the to-do list, and then stamped it. Oh yes, I also used my snowdrop stamp that was from my stash, and some pieces from the leafy one, this stash of bits and pieces from my friend in Belgium, who was on holiday and sent me those. So this little leaf embellishment was from that, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And it's on some cheesecloth. Really pleased with this page, and that was just I covered the page with that beautiful paper from the works little pad, and just used one of the little transparent stickers from the ephemera box just to give it a bit of detail. It's gorgeous. And then pop one of the little leaf embellishments on that. Really love it, really love that. Very pleased with how that turned out. And then on the other page we had it was just a picture of a chandelier, which I really liked. I really liked the picture from the chandelier. Let's pop that down a bit. Anyway, I popped a little bit of the Beatrix Potter gardening book on it, which talks about the different types of flowers, about February weather, and the different flowers that come through, and it's beautiful, and trees. And I popped the snowdrop stamp on there, a little delicate green, and then a little bit of white lace on the back. You can see that. On this page, I used scraps of the scrapbook paper, and also just decided to use one of the stamps from the Our Atelier, from my vintage, from the ephemera box, and also the little envelopes that the stickers come in, and basically one of the stickers, and I've popped that in, and I just popped it on so that I can delicately open it up. Pop a couple of notes inside if I fancy, or whatever I really want, really. Pop that inside, and then I inked it with, I think it was the, not gathered twig, something corduroy it's called. It's a funny one. No, it sounds like it's brown, but it's not, from the little Tim Holtz mini. Yeah, that sort of burgundy is called aged mahogany. So that's what I inked that up with. And then on this side, I think these pages are from an old book I had, and I just left it because I really love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I might just write straight on there, journal straight on there, or I might leave it. It just depends. It just depends. This page here, it was that the picture is a bowl of snowdrops, and that was the Beatrix Potter book that I picked up recently in the charity shop, well, last weekend. And it's just such subtle colours in this little painting. So I just popped it in with that piece of lace on the top as a trim. I just thought that looked really nice. A little bit of the Beatrix Potter book on the page here, and it talks about her greenhouse, the greenhouse, and the different, even though it's a sort of gloomy day, you can see the buttercup yellow, brave, messengers of spring. What a lovely phrase. And it talks about the fair maid of February, a snowdrop. And on this side, I think this one is from, I think it's from Edith Holden. I had a page that had the fair maids of February and a little illustration, a little painting or drawing. I thought that looked lovely there, so I popped that there. And basically on the other side, so I wrapped the book page around and collaged basically with the with some of the book page, lace, and a little sticker from my box. On this side, this was from this I really loved, and I'd taken it out last year, or it might have been last February. This page, I'll show you the other side, and it was the front cover of Country Living, and I just loved it as it was, and kept it and thought I would pop it in this book. See, I just love the green and white. I love the green and white. In fact, my wedding cake was white with sort of greenery on it. That's all I wanted. It was gorgeous. I just love the freshness of that. Anyway, so going back on this page, what I did was I used another of the envelopes from a Ephemera box, and all I did, as you can see, is pop the snowdrop stamp on the front, glued it down on the back, and got myself caught up there. Yeah, glued it down on the back, and then and inked around it. And again, open it up, pop something in. I might just write something in there. And then on this page, I used some doily. And one of my little stickers from the box, one of the leaves from the embellishments that Catherine bought me. And it's a beautiful pot of snowdrops. You can see there's a little bit of a snowdrop theme thing going on here. This was, I just popped it in from there. I just loved it, and I just this ad, the page on the back was about of this. It was about kitchens, I think. So I've just popped this on this from the paper pad, little sticker from the box. I don't know if it's this month or last month. And I'll flip that over the top. I think it looks pretty. And another snowdrop illustration, because you just can't have enough of those, to be fair. And then on the back of that, I just collaged a little bit of that paper and inked it around it. So that's from that one as well. These are really worth having a look through, guys. If you're in the UK, the works for £1. You know, you get 30 sheets of these. Absolutely beautiful. Always worth. I think I can't remember which book this was from, to be fair, but I just love that. And I made a really bad job of stamping some of the snowdrops on the back. And this is from a little poetry book. A book of poetry. Oh, a little poem about primroses. And as you can see, funnily enough, it has a little print of a little drawing of a snowdrop. Just peeping down there in the corner, so I popped that started. This is a little poem. Lo, the winter is past, the flowers appear on earth, the time of the singing birds has come. And this is a guy who did all these poems about the different seasons. Oh, excuse me. And that's from the Bible, Song of Solomon. That's lovely. So I just collaged a little bit on the side there. Excuse my sneeze. And that blossom is from the back page of that book. Anyway, and then I had an Edith Holden page of February, and on this side all I did was from another wildlife book. I popped this in, and as well, you can see what I did. I popped it in, and it's got the primroses, I think, and just a little sticker from the ephemera box. These pages were from a little book on houseplants that I have, and I basically, all I did with this one is I popped a little post-it on it and stamped the edge with the snowdrop, and then the rest I think I've left plain. I just love that. Yeah, I wrapped that one around, and that's the centre spread. It's kind of like that. That's how it. I just love the greenery on that, and like a little lace curtain on the top. Left that undone really, apart from the tiny bit of green lace, the vibrant green lace on the side. I just popped a little bit of one of the little stickers on there, just because it didn't do very much really, but I just liked it. I think, is that Lily of the Valley? That's got a little bit of the snowdrop on the back, you can see there, which is gorgeous. And again, what I did was I collaged some of that beautiful paper on the edge there, because I just thought the colours tied in. A little bit of a collage here, and this is a little bit of, it was a letter from Beatrix Potter, I think, from the Beatrix Potter book. My garden is a case of survival of the fittest, always very full of flowers and weeds. Presently it will be a sheet of self-sown snowdrops, and later on daffodils. And that's about where we are, isn't it, in our garden? Well, the snowdrops are well on their way now. Daffodils are yeah, seen the first sight of them, although they're not blooming yet. But I love daffodils, absolutely love daffodils. Left that, just left it as it is, just love it. And that's the other side of that Fair Maids of February, Edith Holden, I think. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And on here what I did was collage again, did a little collage. So I popped some of the paper on from the Vintage Elegance. Yeah, popped the paper on Vintage Elegance, inked it up, popped some lace on as well. Left the back of that page clear, because it's just a lovely, lovely image of just some vintage wallpaper. I may just collage, or I might just write on here, journal on there. And then I just covered this page with a, this is from here, from the Vintage Love. It looks like old wallpaper. I love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think absolutely beautiful. And that's in the pack for £1. This had like a window on it, and I've just collaged really lazily on the bottom there. This is a beautiful little, I have got this poetry book, if I can remember the name I might pop it below, but I've got two of these, and it's got little illustrations and poems throughout the seasons. Again, I left that, I just left it plain because I just love it. And then I collaged, I just popped some of the Vintage Love paper on the top. And that is the end. It's the end. It's the end. The last page of I've popped taken my lovely book. So this is my basically what was it? It was the autumn. Yeah. So from October through February, so kind of end of autumn through the winter and spring. It served me well. It's beautiful. Very, very pleased with how that turned out. Very pleased with how that turned out. Oh, let's just leave it. So guys, thank you for joining me on my journey. Hope you've been able to get a little bit of inspiration really as to how you can use things from the ephemera box or similar things in your everyday book. And I really get myself into a tizzy here, aren't I, with this particular one. Let's just leave that. Yeah, if you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe, of course, only if you do like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for your comments, and I'll be with you again soon. I'm just putting the finishing touches to this book that will be on my Etsy probably Tuesday, Wednesday. It's going to be a hectic weekend. So Nature Notes and Treasures, that's what I'm putting the finishing touches to at the moment. And you'll get a flip through of that and details as to when it's going to be released and on. Take care guys, and thanks for your time. Bye.